Hi friends, it's Crystal from Homemaking on the Homestead, and I am bringing you my first grocery haul of 2020. We are currently at our cabin, and I don't have as much space as I do when I'm at my house, so I had to keep that in mind when I was purchasing groceries, which, ultimately could help with the budget. I don't need to overbuy things, which is a hard habit to break when you've always been buying for a big family and you see a good deal. My first instinct is to, buy several of them. And so having to get organized in a smaller space right now is actually helpful, and in just making me think about those impulse buyings or those huge quantities of things. But anyway, it's been about 12 days since we went grocery shopping, so it's almost been 2 weeks. So my totals ended up being a little higher than my target of $100 a week, but that's because it's been for more time than that. Anyway, let me show you what I got at both Winco and Costco. Oh, and when I'm done, I'm going to give you a rundown of my menu plan and menu ideas for the coming week. Alrighty, let's get started. Our first stop was Costco, and we got there nice and early, which was great because there wasn't a lot of people, so we could get in and out easily. And so let's see, I picked up this package of romaine lettuce hearts. There's 5 in the package, and I like to get those at Costco occasionally, but oftentimes their produce sometimes isn't really that great, so I have to try to get it on a day when it was fresh, and I got lucky today on that. I got another salad kit, which will be on tonight's menu. Some nice bananas. I had to restock my ranch dressing. I have 5 pounds of cheese, Tillamook cheddar cheese, and cheese slices. The variety pack, I've showed that to you before, so you're familiar with that. I also got a big package of English muffins. I use these for making breakfast sandwiches, which is a really easy breakfast, so maybe I'll show that to you in a video one of these days. 2 bottles of salsa. We're into our last bottle, so I like to make sure I have some on the shelf ready to go. A can of coffee. Again, a couple days ago I opened the last can on my shelf, so it was time to restock that. For snacks, we found Scoops, Fritos, and our regular Kettle brand Himalayan salt potato chips, as well as another package of pub mix, mixed nuts, a 13-pound box of oranges, which have been really good so far. We've bought a couple of those. And my favorite, of course, is the rotisserie chicken. And I have plans to make probably 3 meals out of that, and I will be doing a video on that. So that was what I picked up today at Costco. My total for Costco was $111.85, which I will round up to $112. After Costco, we went to Winco and got a nice big bag of apples, some bananas that weren't quite as green as the ones we had picked up from Costco, a bag of tortilla chips. I also grabbed a package of hamburger buns for our barbecue burgers that we like to do. The mustard was on sale. I use these when I make my husband's wraps, and so I grabbed 2 of those. I was completely out of spaghetti sauce, so those were on sale for 88 cents a can, which is a good deal. For vegetables, I grabbed a cucumber, some tomatoes, a few mushrooms. I still have some in the refrigerator, but I didn't think they were going to last. And a head of cabbage. I also bought a pre-made pie crust, which I'm going to probably utilize that with leftover rotisserie chicken to make chicken pot pie. A bag of macaroni noodles, elbow macaroni noodles. That's going to be part of tonight's dinner, along with using a little bit of the Velveeta cheese to make some baked macaroni and cheese to go with our rotisserie chicken. And of course the Mediterranean salad that you saw already, I use that. That will also be part of our dinner. I bought a small box of bouillon cubes, chicken bouillon cubes. I typically make my own chicken stock, but occasionally if I'm out, it's nice to have those on hand. I've also bought a package of provolone cheese, which is going to go in the freezer and probably be used for a future meal. 2 dozen eggs, two containers of half and half. Again, I get them with the dates quite a ways out. This one is February 25th, and the second one is March 1st, so those will last me no problem. And a gallon of milk. Normally it's a toss-up to buy a half gallon or a gallon because I have had to dump it, and I don't like to do that, but since I was planning on making macaroni and cheese and I may do other things with the milk, I figured that would be, a gallon would be just fine. So that was the Winco grocery haul. My total for Winco was $44.47, which I'll round up to $45, making this week's grocery total, or the total for this grocery haul, at $157. All right, it is time for this week's menu. And I got all fancy and printed it out, wrote it out, used some cute clip art just to make it kind of fun. So tonight's dinner, we're going to have the rotisserie chicken, and I'm going to do some baked macaroni and cheese in just a bit, and a salad. Now, the next few meals that I have written down here, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next 4 meals I have written down here are all the possibilities I have with my leftover rotisserie chicken. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. It's just going to be based on how I feel and what's going on in our life. But chicken gravy and biscuits with a salad, that's always a good one. Chicken pot pie, and you saw I had bought the pie crust just in case I decide to do that. Chicken Alfredo, that's pretty simple, and barbecue chicken sliders. So those are some of my possibilities. I always make chicken noodle soup when I am done with my rotisserie chicken. I take all the bones and I put them in my Instant Pot and I turn that into broth, add the leftover chicken, whatever I have left, and lots of vegetables and noodles, and make a nice hearty chicken noodle soup for us. The other 2 meals that don't have anything to do with the chicken or pork fried rice and baked spaghetti. So I have no idea how many of these meals I am going to end up making this week. It really all depends on how long my leftovers last and what we have going on. Okay, friends, that's all for this week's grocery haul. Thanks for coming along with me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.